Hi, welcome to Theater Crafts, where we take theater memorabilia and make brand new treasures. Okay, so today I'm kind of riffing off a project that I've done in the past. So today we're going to take musical theater song lyrics and we're going to personalize clothing. Now, in this particular case, we're using musical theater song lyrics that relate to children, and we're going to put them on onesies. So here we have When I Grow Up from Matilda. And we've got Broadway Baby from Follies. And this is the one we're going to do today. Children Will Listen from Into the Woods. So today we're going to personalize children's clothing with musical theater song lyrics. Okay, let's get crafting. Okay, so today we're going to start in Canva. And I just wanted to show you some of the ones that I made before. So this is the Broadway Baby. I'm just going to show you, here we go. And what I've done, obviously I've attached these, on the shirt, but I wanted you to see some of the elements here. So I actually wrote Broadway Baby. I put stars. This one was a piece that already existed. You can search images. And so say search marquee, for example, and that one popped up. And so that way, it was pretty easy for me to be able to then just create the Broadway Baby here, just by adding other stars, and that's going here to shapes. And I just found a star, and then you change the color for it. So like I would just click this, add a star. Let's put it to the side here, and then you can just change the color and make it whatever size works for you. So that's how I did Broadway Baby. And let me show you how I did When I Grow Up. So let me go to here. Oops, let me get out of there for a sec. Okay, so When I Grow Up, this one I created completely from scratch. However, what I did is I used kind of the inspiration from the West End production program, and I'll show you that. I'll kind of overlay that so that you can see. And so I thought it would be kind of cool to show kind of like a background, kind of in the the West End program. It's kind of like a starburst. This is kind of what I came up with for that. Obviously, the ABCDs, if you know Matilda at all, you've got that. And then When I Grow Up, and the ABC literally just found pulled up text, and you can type in when. And I chose to do them separately because I wanted to have different colors. So you can go up to this box here and just change the colors. And you could change the font if you wanted. Oops, I'm sorry. You can change the font here if you wanted to whatever font works for your particular design. But this is what I went with for this. And like I said, you can change the colors because I wanted to see what it was going to look like when I printed it out. And so that's kind of what we're going with here. So that's the When I Grow Up. All right, so now I'm going to go to, I'm going to save that just in case I want to make that again because that's kind of cute. And I'm going to go to the next one, the one I'm going to show you about today. And this is from obviously Into the Woods. Children Will Listen. And I thought that I would take the original image seen, I'm sure you've seen, I'll actually overlay that for you, and do my own kind of take on it. So you've got the background here, and this literally is just a shape. I just pulled a circle shape and then changed the color there. And then adding the Children Will Listen, I did the same thing that I just showed you. I pulled up text and typed in Children Will Listen. But then I thought it'd be kind of cool to add the trees in there, like you see in the image, the Broadway image. And so you can see over on the side here, I pulled up tree silhouettes. And so you go to image here and you can type in tree, oops, I'm going to get rid of marquee, tree silhouette. All right. And then it will pull up a variety of options for you. And then you can pull whatever one works. I wanted them to have kind of that leaning towards the right look. So you see like right here, for example. But if you've got one that's leaning towards the left you can always reverse it. So like this is actually one that I used. Let me pull that up. Now, obviously that's way too big, but you can drag the corners like you do in any sort of editing program. Just drag the corners. And I thought it would be kind of neat for it to come out of the letters. So you see here, like it's coming out of the I, the E, the L. And in the original version, it kind of goes into the wolf there. I didn't think that was appropriate for a children's little onesie, so I chose not to do that. Okay, so in looking at this, one of the things I'm afraid about is I think it's a little too busy. So what I'm going to try to do is, let's see. So I think I might try to take out. I'm worried about weeding this and having it be a little bit too busy for getting all of those. There's a lot of elements in there, so tiny little ones. So let's see if I can try making it a little bit less busy. This crossing over concerns me a smidge. Let's try this one. So I'm not really sure if I'm making it clear. What I'm concerned about is if I put this overlay, cutting that out is going to be tricky for the Cricut because this is so small. So I'm trying to figure out a way of making it a little bit easier for the Cricut. Let me get this one out. Let me try this one. And you know what? I'm going to try to find another image. Oh, see, this one would be easy for the Cricut to cut. And if I can make that be smaller, I could even I like this way better. Make this one smaller. And then make this one here. So it leans a little bit. You could even flip this one. Flip it horizontally. See if that. Nah, I don't know if I like that. Let me see. So this is part of the design process, just trying to figure out. Oh, I like this one. I like that one. All right, so I'm going to get rid of this one and try this one instead. Just because it has that movement that the other one also has. And let's see. All right, I'm going to get rid of that one because it's pretty intricate for such a small shirt design. And I kind of like, let me see what this one looks like. Now, notice it's facing in the other direction, so I can flip it. So I just go up here to flip and flip it horizontally. Try taking this one out and see if I can make that one work in there. Just trying to get rid of some of the extra branches to make it just easier for the Cricut. Attach this to the L. Okay, I think that will be certainly easier for the Cricut to cut. Because like I said, I'm just concerned about all the different branches being hard to kind of maneuver. All right, I'm going to actually take these. I'm going to attach those so they stay together. Okay, and then put this behind it. Does that make sense? Okay. So then now we're going to go to the machine and we're going to cut it. So you want to go to make here. And then because we're cutting it with the iron-on vinyl, you actually want to mirror it. So you're going to click on this mirror button right here, and that will flip the design. You want to do that on all the different pieces. That'll flip the design. And when we actually put it on the shirt, I will show you how that will work. Okay, and then you're going to just press continue and make sure your Cricut is on, and we're going to go load the Cricut and we're going to cut this out. All right, here we go. Okay, so I'm at my Cricut right now, and I'm using iron-on vinyl. And you see there's a shiny side, and then there's kind of a dull side. So if you notice on the mat, I put the dull side up. Oops, I just dropped the vinyl. I put the dull side up because remember we're going to, we've mirrored it. So you're going to, and that'll make sense when we iron it. I'll show you that in a moment. All right, so you could put the mat underneath the clips there. I have my dial at iron on, and then you push the button to load it. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it on the computer, and then we'll watch it cut out. Okay, so I just turned it on the computer. Now you can see the little Cricut here is blinking, which means it's ready to go. Just click the button, and then we're going to watch it cut out. Okay, so the black is finished finally cutting, and I'm going to cut the gold now. So just push the button, and here we go. This one will be much quicker than the black. This is just a circle. That was fast. All right, now it's time to weed. Okay, so here I have the two pieces. I don't know if you can see the cutout there. And then we've got the cutout here. So I've got my weeding tool. And basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take the vinyl off of the backing here. So, I mean, obviously this one's a much easier one to do. Literally, that's the piece right there. This one's going to be a little bit trickier because there's so many intricate cuts in it. So it might take me a few minutes to get the vinyl all off of this, but you can at least see me start it. So I'm just going to be careful so that you don't pull away some of the elements of the design here. So you can see it's pretty intricate, so that's why I want to be really careful here. And I'm going to have to go back in so you can see the interior of the letters are going to need to be kind of done separately. Pull that off. Yes, it's okay. All right, that wasn't bad. So now I need to go in and kind of pull out some of the pieces. Now you may not be able to see the pieces here, but I can see them. Just kind of pulling off. Sorry, my counter is dark as well. If that does this help you? So it may help you a little bit. See, and then let's see. Okay. Sometimes it's helpful if you have a lamp, you know, to be able to see underneath. I don't have one, so. Okay, so I'm going to keep doing this. It's going to take me a few minutes, and then I'll come back when I'm done. Okay, so I have finished weeding. You can see here all the different parts of the tree, and obviously this is the correct side. Okay, so what I need next is obviously you need your shirt that you're going to put it on. I have a mat here just for to put my work surface. I've got a Teflon sheet that I'm going to put over my image when I am ironing it on. And then I also have my tiny little iron here. You can use a regular iron too. You just need it to be quite hot. This is for Cricut work. And while I'm waiting for my iron to, get all nice and hot, I just wanted to show you the other images up close that I did. So obviously we have When I Grow Up from Matilda. I just love it. I just think it's so cute. Taking shows. And here's the Broadway Baby. Now this one was done in multiple layers because the blue was first, then you added the gold, then you added the red, then I added the black, the white, then the gold stars, and the Broadway Baby. So it actually is quite layered here. All right, so now we're going to get this shirt ready to, and that's my iron is ready to go. So this one only has 2 layers. So if you remember, this is the vinyl side, and this is just the kind of the backing. And I just want to, typically I just kind of will put it on just to kind of see placement first. And I kind of like the having the kind of the sun here off to the side just a little bit, just because of the way the words and the trees work out like that. So it's totally up to you where you put it. But oops, take that off. But you kind of want to just kind of eyeball it first. And this is inspired by the original. It doesn't have to be exactly like the original. People will know what it is. All right, so I'm going to put this down first, and you're going to put your Teflon sheet over it. And then you take your iron and you're going to iron this down. Now, I try to keep my iron, kind of moving just a little bit, not in one spot for any length of time. Just you don't want to scorch it. But this Teflon pad is really there to help make sure that you don't kind of ruin the fabric anyway. And like I said, this vinyl is iron-on vinyl. And there are different types of vinyls that you can use with the Cricut. So you just need to make sure you're getting the iron-on type. Typically, you also want to make sure that you wash your garment first so that you get rid of any shrinkage that may occur with the garment. So that's something to kind of be aware of. I'm going to let this cool just a little bit, and then we'll test to see if it's adhered. So you'll pull up the edges just a little bit, just test it. See, now that's not adhered. So I didn't put it, I didn't do it enough here. So go back in, and you really want to make sure those edges are down really solidly. And because the tree branches are so fine, you're going to really make sure that those are down well too. And it could be that you just wait a little bit of time too, rather than taking it down, taking the back off while it's still cool, while it's still hot. Sorry, before it's cool. So I'm just going to let this sit for a moment, and then I'll come back and we'll see if it peels off well. Okay, I've given it about a minute. Let's see how we do here. I see that it's still around the edges, not quite adhered as well as I would like it to be. But we're going to go back and we're going to iron it down a little bit more anyway. So I feel like we can get that fully secured. All right, so now we take the Children Will Listen, and let's see. I want to make sure that we're kind of in the middle-ish. All right. Oh, that's so cute. All right, so now we're going to really make sure that these are adhered, because we've got those really narrow branches. And once I take the backing off, you can actually go back and put the Teflon over it and iron it down again, just to really make sure it's nice and solid. I just love these. I love taking show tunes, lyrics, titles of shows, and kind of playing with those. I've done it with aprons before. I've done it with pillowcases. I've done it with tea towels. I love being able to kind of showcase lyrics in a way that people of musical theater world really appreciate. And that's really fun. All right, I'm going to let that cool for a moment, and we'll see how that looks. Oh, that's so cute. I didn't have any. Typically, the sun it's bright yellow. There, but I didn't have a bright yellow. I only had the gold in my stash, so I decided to go with that. So I'm gonna let this cool for just a moment, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I've given it about a minute. I'm just gonna test it and see how we do. I'm going to be very careful here. I I'm going to pull it back down. And oh, I love that next to the gold. It looks so cool. Like I said, I am going to go back and iron it down again, just to make sure that it's really solidly attached. Nice, that worked well. Okay. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Oh my golly. All right, I'm going to just iron it down again, just to make sure. You can even go back and do the reverse side if you want to make sure that it's really securely adhered. And I do recommend using this, cover. I mean, if you don't have this particular cover, you could always use, just a plain piece of fabric or something over it just to protect the image. Okay. All right. And there it is. Oh, that is so adorable. Oh, can you just imagine, like, your musical theater friend being able to put that on their baby? I love that. So we've got Children Will Listen. We've got Broadway Baby here. Let's see that. And we've got When I Grow Up. I think those are just so sweet. I love them, and I hope that you give this a try. Find some musical theater songs that you love and make some items that will work for your life or for a friend. So I hope you give this a try. Let me know if you do and share pictures. I'd love to see them. So thank you for joining me for this week's Theater Craft, and I will see you next week. Have a great week, everybody. Bye.